So I'll ask you what I asked Chris. Let's start with you, then I'll ask you as well, if that's okay with everyone, and we'll go from there. A year ago, you guys, it was a new experience. Now here you are, grizzled veterans, being able to play at home. How different does it feel right now compared to last year?
It feels amazing. One, just being able to give our seniors another day here to play in front of the fans. And we got a lot of experience last year playing at Alabama. Their fans are insane. They go crazy every play. But now they're cheering for us, and we're super excited to have our fan base behind us.
And your thoughts, especially as a two-way player, let me get my mic. You know, how different does it feel? How much more comfortable does it feel for you this year?
I think it definitely helps. You know, you're at home, you're in your own bed, you have your own routine, and that doesn't really have to change. It's for somebody, I really like my routine, so that's very helpful. So I think that's just an aspect that we didn't have last year, but I totally agree with Leah. It's going to be really fun to be playing in this environment with our crowd behind us.
What do you think it's going to be like? I mean, obviously the bunting's out, everything looks a little different for the regional. New seats are put up. What's it going to be like tomorrow to come out and see this place just completely packed for that noon game?
I mean, I think it'll be interesting to kind of see how the noon game is. It is a noon game. It's Friday, so I think it's going to be a good crowd. But I think this weekend is when it's really going to get really full. But they put those seats up because they need those seats, so they're going to get full.
How much can you ride a crowd's momentum in softball? You know, how much does that mean to you? Can you feel it? Does it mean something?
It definitely means a lot. You know, when you're making a play and you do something that's great for our team, the fans are going to go crazy, and then you just build off of that. And it gives pitchers a lot of confidence if they hear this the crowd, yelling at umpires, getting a little wild. Just knowing that they're on our side and they're backing us up, it's a lot of fun.
Your league is really good. Do you always feel like weekend in and weekend out you were playing in an NCAA regional?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there were, I think, 4 ACC teams that are hosting. I think 6 made it in. So we've had a lot of competition in our ACC play. And to carry that into this weekend, it's really nothing new.
And what about the fact that, when you're standing in the circle, you're facing some of the best hitters in the country. Now you're going to see some really good teams, but just kind of the mindset of what you've had to go through over the past several months in conference play.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely why they set up the schedule, how they set it up. We went to Florida first weekend, and, we played Texas, who was ranked, and then we go to, St. Pete after and play some really good teams there. And then, like Aaliyah said, our conference schedule was packed with competition. Every single team that made the NCAA tournament, we played them in a series this year. So just really, it's nothing new. Yeah, we're going to see good hitters, and these teams are good, but it's something that we've been preparing for all year.
Talking about the schedule, as you say, knowing that it was basically the same group coming back that had a great season last year and made the regional, did you sense that was kind of on John's mind all year long of how can I get us ready for May and then June?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Last year, we were close to hosting, and, we went to that regional, but the reason, the main reason we weren't able to host was because we didn't have a hard enough schedule and we didn't have those, top wins. And so really just focusing on doing that this year so that we could use the talent we have and build off of that to have the opportunity we have now.
Has that almost been like a season-long theme among the players of, we've got a few more miles we need to tack on to the end of this?
Oh, absolutely. We knew that this year was going to be way harder, but it was just going to prepare us for this moment. And Rittman said all year long, they can't dock us on the teams we've played like they did last year, and we're ready. We're coming out with fire.
For both of you guys, can you take me through what it felt like last year to watch Alabama celebrate, and how did that motivate you?
Honestly, I kind of got jealous just because they're a team that had been there so many times, and throughout all the years I've watched them play. And, now it's our chance, and I think we can kind of take that and say, hey, if they can do it, we know we can do it because we were competitive with them last year.
Valerie?
I don't really remember a lot of it. I didn't really watch. We had, some people who were leaving, and they were, having moments at the end of the game, trying to say their goodbyes. And so I feel like that was kind of more my focus, so I didn't really pay much attention to what Alabama was doing. But, I mean, definitely, that's a feeling we want. It's kind of similar to we had to watch Duke celebrate winning the ACC tournament, and we just had to watch FSU celebrate, and, we so badly want to be able to do that.
Well, going back to the schedule and this team, there are some new faces though, and it took this team a while to kind of settle in. But do you feel like you're playing your best ball right now? And you can answer too, Valerie.
I think we are for sure. It did take us a little while to get going, but once we all meshed, it kind of took off from there. and you could see our progression throughout ACC play, and then really into the tournament was where we all came together as one. Everyone gets to travel to ACC, and so it was a lot of fun just having everyone together in the dugout and on the field.
I don't have anything else.
Aaliyah, with the ACC tournament that you had, as hot as you were hitting, you feel like pitchers might be scouting you and pitching you a little bit differently, maybe a little more carefully this weekend?
I'm sure they are. I'm sure that's how everyone's going to attack more than half of our lineup, just because we are so hot right now. But that doesn't really faze me. I feel like pitchers are going to do what they do, and they're going to come out. But on our side, we've got our coaches helping with us. We've got all our offense working hard, and so I think we're ready.
Who's faster, Mackenzie or Sam?
Sam.
What is it like having her in the lineup? Just what she brings to, I mean, gosh, she turned around, she's on second, then she could be on third.
So at one point I was hitting behind her, and it was awesome. She would get on first, and I knew that first pitch, she's on second. So it's really kind of like stress off your shoulders, because you know if she gets on base, she's taking that next one, almost automatic.
Yeah, for sure puts less pressure on, because I also at one point was sitting right behind her, and it for sure takes a lot less pressure off me knowing that she's going to get second base. So all I have to do is, just put a ground ball through somewhere, or even if I hit a ground ball to the right side, she can advance from that.
You guys both came here to build a good foundation for a program. You couldn't have envisioned this, right? Hosting a regional, and are you guys ahead of schedule? How do you feel about that?
I mean, I think something like this, you don't know what to expect. So, this is what we've done, and, everybody's like, this is a really big deal, but it's just what we've worked for and, what we've put in so much time for. But, you never know what you're going to expect, and we have coaches that they've been coaching for so long, and they know what they're doing, and they know how to recruit. So, if you kind of walk through that process, like, yeah, it's been 3 years, and we're hosting, but, just all the steps that it's taken to get here, from the inside, I can't say that I'm super surprised, to be honest.
Any other questions for the players?
Valerie, I wanted to ask you about Millie. What do you see from her role, and how you feel about her right now?
Millie's a lot of fun to watch, and she's that pitcher that I know is always gonna, if she's got the start, and she's gonna give it whatever she's got, and she's gonna, give us a really chance to win. And if I'm starting, she's that person who's always gonna come off the bench and have my back. And she's just a completely different look from me, and so we really complement each other well. But she's just been really fun to watch her get more experience and grow this year.
What's her personality like?
Completely opposite of mine. Polar opposites. But no, I think, you watch her on the field, and she's very, animated with what she's feeling, and you kind of always know, but she brings so much passion to what she does, and she's always just, ready to go.